He's very smart dog. Are you
I
smart, man?
Anything you want to say, Paco? Relating this back to our longevity discussion, you know what I mean? There's where my father actually is in an old person's home. He hasn't stood up for a couple of years. So my dad, who I love so much, isn't doing very well. Where he is, there's a dog, and my father doesn't have many highlights in his day. It sucks. He does when my sisters and my mum goes and people go and visit him. So he still has community. But the other times, apart from the nurses who are amazing where my father is, when this dog walks into the room where my father is, he lights up. That dog lights up faces of every room that he goes into, as yours, and I have two dogs at home as well, mate, as my dogs do when I see them as well. So it's almost as if at the Dobri Kiprov Therapeutic Plasma Exchange location in Brisbane and San Francisco, when you walk in for the treatment, there's your best mate, Paco, walking around, lighting up the faces of everyone.
Yeah. He comes to the clinic. He's a therapy dog, and he jumps in with the patients in the bed. And it's very nice, and my nurses love him too. So when patients come in the door, they don't ask about me. They don't ask about the nurses. They go, "Where's Paco?" First. Yeah.
Can we almost get philosophical for a second? If you were to, with all your experience and your great mind and the great minds that you've been very fortunate enough, I'm sure, to surround yourself with and learn from and contribute to and grab inspiration from, when you look at aging, and I'm going to this field of longevity. What are your thoughts?
Mate,
I'm going to open up to as much as to say the act of being human and aging and longevity. We discussed meaning and purpose. When I say to you, Dobri, what are the greatest contributors to aging and framing a reflection on this whole conversation? We've touched on meaning and purpose. You've got your best mate on your lap, Paco, which we can extrapolate onto family, and then we can extrapolate onto meaning and purpose, and we can extrapolate onto treatments, supplements, this whole world, the cacophony of noise that is around the field of longevity and biology at the moment. With that as to framing a platform for you just to share your thoughts on that openly, what would you say?
Undoubtedly, the convoys have to come first with the parabiosis experiment. We have learned so much from this experiment, not just we and many other scientists. There's no doubt. I think the Buck Institute for Aging has contributed a great deal, and great scientists. There's a group in Stanford that's very good too. There's quite a few people that seriously contribute to the science. And at the moment, it's difficult to kind of separate them from the noise, because there's a lot of noise, as you know. So, but the people I'm associated with are great contributors. The people in Barcelona.
Who are they? What's their name? Who are the people in Barcelona? What's their name?
Well, the leading force there is Merce Boada. It's a lady neurologist. She's very famous, certainly in her neck of the woods. And her entire staff, I don't know all their names, but
okay, sorry.
They're excellent.
And then, okay, just for a moment, mate, taking the scientist's hat off for a second, I guess my communication skills need work, I would say. But if I was to say to you, would you pass comment on the art of aging as you sit there with your dog on your lap in this interview? What would you say about the art of aging?
The art of aging.
Yeah, the art, exactly. I know I know that's not a very scientific word, but I chose it on purpose. And then if I was to bring your wife in as well, mate, what would you guys
Yeah.
say about the art of aging?
He's asking me what I think about the art of aging. She's an artist, so that's why I asked.
Oh, brilliant. Come on in because it's the most quiet in hi there, how you doing? This is the
Hello.
most quiet response I've had from Dobri in the last hour and 15. I understand he's a scientist and very successful and esteemed at that. And I sort of framed this question around the art of aging. Because we're human, everyone's unique, and there's a lot of noise, but you know what? I really want to think from some, and I know, Dobby, it's not a scientific response to answer, but maybe there is. But honestly, I think people experience confusion in this field, and I thank you very much for clearing up what therapeutic plasma exchange is and its origins and its uses and stuff like that. It's amazing. But from someone, your brain, Dobby, compared to mine, has experienced so much and I believe knows so much. And coming out the other side of your life and the experience that you had and the amazing people you've been around, and your wife's an artist and you got your best mate on your lap, if you were to pass comment on the art of aging, what would you guys share on that?
I would say what my 98-year-old mother says to me all the time. She says, do the best you can with what you have left. And I think a lot of it has to do with how social you are. You know, you're how you connect with people and interact with people. And that always seems to me to be the people who are the happiest as they age are the people who stay very connected with other people. So, but doing the best with what you have left is what my mom says, and she's 98 and she's doing just fine. So
People and dogs play a role in that as well, don't they? Which is the beauty of relationship. Dobby, would you add to that? Would you add anything to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that Reggie's mother has been really an example and a teacher in a way for us. With her, we watch her aging. She's gotten to a point that she's almost 100, and she's kicking ass. I mean, she's doing very well. I mean, really.
Yeah.
And I think that having socialization is very important, but I would add that whatever exercise you like, whatever sport you like, is essential to keep it going. And yeah, we talked with my friend here. I've known him since we were kids. We've been skiing for life, and there are certain slopes that we wouldn't touch anymore.
Mm.
But it really didn't matter. Today we skied, and yesterday all over the place, and we were very happy without skiing couloirs, and all that kind of. So yeah, some things will give. Some things we cannot do anymore, but we substitute them for similar stuff that we like. And the other thing is what we talked about. You have to have a purpose. If you lose the purpose, you're gonna age very fast.
Problem is you can't put that in a bottle and sell it, but you can hear it and act on it, can't you? That I think that's a beautiful place to end our conversation. And also, I would reiterate, based on what you're talking about with skiing, and then your mother-in-law, 98-year-old who's kicking ass, do the best with what you've got, and that means sometimes compromising and saying, okay, we can't ski that crazy slope, but we can still ski this one. So how good's that? We're the two idiots at our age who are still doing it.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Hey, thank you for allowing me to take the conversation there, mate. Because I understand you're a scientist and you speak from data, but it's really nice to get to know that little bit about the heart of someone and share because it seems to connect with people just the way your dog is. Like since your dogs came on here, both of us have been smiling about 50% more. It's brilliant.
Right.
And then, Dobri, for those people that would love to look into your work or potentially reach out to you, fly to Brisbane or fly to San Francisco, where would they go to find you?
The website is globalapheresis.com, and there is contact information there, telephone number as well as email. They also can go on my personal website, is dobrikiprov.com. There is contact information there too. That will be the easiest. And we can accommodate now people, as I said, in different parts of the country. Hopefully soon in different parts of the world. But for the moment, we have 6 clinics in the United States.
Amazing.